Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Friday. We got 9 matchups on this NBA slate today. Be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on NBA player props, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay. Get 5 free entries when you guys sign up. Go ahead and hop in there, get some easy wins. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty big slate today. 9 matchups. Starting with the Dallas Mavericks versus the Washington Wizards. The Mavs opening up as 8.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 220.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Mavs are 7-3, 5-5 covering the spread. The over's hitting 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Looks like the Mavs are getting Spencer Dinwiddie back, which will be a nice addition off the bench. No Kyle Kuzma for the Wizards. Mavs on a 3-game winning streak right now. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Wizards 4-6 in their last 10. They're 3-4, 3-1 in their last 4. Mavs 5-1 covering the spread. 16-4 against Washington. They've been dominant against the Wizards. Wizards 2-10 at home against the Mavs. Yeah, you already know we're rolling with the Mavs here. 8.5 points. I think it's a little too much here. Just be cautious with that spread, but definitely rolling with the Mavs on the road. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors versus the Orlando Magic. The Raptors opening up as 10-point road favorites with the over-under at 218.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Toronto 9-1, 8-2 covering the spread. The over's hitting 6 out of the last 10 matchups. No Jalen Suggs for the Magic. Toronto on a 4-game winning streak right now. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Magic on a 4-game losing streak. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Yeah, Toronto 12-1 against the Magic, 9-2 covering against the Magic. They've been really good against Orlando. Orlando 1-4 covering at home, 2-6 covering the spread. Loving the Raptors on the road. Be cautious with that 10-point spread. Maybe take a chance on it. You know how double-digit spreads in the NBA go. They're very risky. So rolling with the Raptors on the road, and then be cautious with that double-digit spread. Next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers versus the Boston Celtics. Boston opening up as 14.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 223.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Boston is 7-3, 5-4-1 covering the spread. The over's hitting 7 out of the last 10 matchups. No major injuries for the Celtics. Kind of the same huge list of injuries for the Pacers here. Pacers on a 5-game losing streak right now. Boston on a 2-game losing streak. They are 7-3 in their last 10. Pacers just 3-10 on the road. 3-12 against Boston. Boston 6-2 covering the spread right now, 11-3 at home. Yeah, rolling with the Celtics at home here. Be cautious, that 14.5-point spread, that's just a very big number. I kind of don't hate the Pacers, plus 14.5, that's a lot of points. And so yeah, do what you want with that spread there. Rolling with the Celtics, throw them in your money line parlays. Next matchup, we had the Detroit Pistons versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Detroit opening up as 4-point road favorites with the over-under at 220. The last 10 head-to-head, the Thunder 7-3, 5-5 covering the spread. The over's hitting 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Tons of injuries for OKC like always. Detroit coming off a back-to-back, but they are coming off an 8-point 76ers win. Kind of as 10-point underdogs, getting an 8-point win. That's a big win for the Pistons. OKC just 2-8 in their last 10. Detroit 6-0 covering on the road right now. 16-2-2 covering the spread. Just a crazy covering spread streak they're on. Yeah, we're riding Detroit. Coming off that 76ers win here. I think they got some momentum coming into this game against a very bad and beat up Thunder squad. Give me Pistons money line and -4 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Clippers versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee opening up as 8.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 231.5. The last three head-to-head, Milwaukee 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Clippers 3-7 in their last 10. Milwaukee 7-3 in their last 10, coming off a 1-point win over the Nets. I mean, that was a crazy game for the Bucks. We'll see if they choose to rest anybody. I really have no idea. I don't see anything, but it still is early. Clippers 1-6 covering the spread. 1-5 in their last 6 against the Bucks, where they've struggled. Milwaukee 4-1 covering the spread. 6-0 at home. Yeah, I like the Bucks here, coming off a nice Nets win. We'll see if they choose to rest anybody. But honestly, as long as Giannis is playing, that's more than enough for me. Give me Bucks at home. Be cautious with that 8.5-point spread. Maybe lower it if you can. But rolling with the Bucks at home. Next matchup, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Phoenix opening up as 7.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 228.5. The last 3 head-to-head, Phoenix 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Yeah, Memphis, no Steven Adams, Jones, Jackson Jr., John Morant, Bane, Tilly, all out. Yeah, Memphis going to be missing tons of players in this matchup here. Phoenix coming into this one healthy. Phoenix on a 9-game winning streak right now. Memphis on a 6-game winning streak. Phoenix 8-0 on the road. Yeah, normally, I'd probably take Memphis plus the points here, but I mean, yeah, out 7 players today, gonna be tough, and we're rolling with this Phoenix team on a 9-game winning streak on the road. Gonna take them on the spread as well. Next matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Houston Rockets. Sacramento opening up as 1.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 232. The last 10 head-to-head, Houston 6-4, 5-4-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. No De'Aaron Fox for the Kings. Sacramento 4-6 in their last 10. They did just play Houston and beat them by 3. They're 3-1 in their last 4. Houston on a 2-game losing streak right now. Sacramento, I mean, just 5-15 against Houston. Houston 1-6 at home. I mean, another game. These teams did just play each other. Not in love with this matchup. Only a 1.5-point spread here. We're going to take the Kings again in this matchup on the road. Next matchup, we have the Portland Trailblazers versus the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs opening up as 15-point home favorites with the over-under at 231.5. The last 3 head-to-head, the Spurs 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 3 matchups. Portland missing tons of people in this matchup here. 1-9 in their last 10. I mean, they've been struggling been struggling like crazy. Tons of injuries. Spurs 6-4 in their last 10, coming off that 1-point Memphis loss. They did beat Portland a few games ago, 133-96. Absolute massacre. Portland 1-8 on the road. I mean, it's definitely been a struggle for Portland. Yeah, Rolling with the Spurs at home. Be cautious with that 15-point spread. I know they beat them bad last time, but it's the NBA. 15 points. I mean, Spurs have to really have a perfect night to cover that spread. So be cautious. That's a huge spread. And yeah, we're taking the Spurs at home. Next matchup, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. Denver opening up as 4-point home favorites with the over-under at 236. The last 10 head-to-head, Denver 8-2, 4-6 covering the spread. The overs hit in 5 out of the last 10 matchups. Minnesota on a 2-game losing streak right now. They're 5-5 in their last 10. Denver on a 3-game winning streak. They're 6-4 in their last 10. Minnesota just 2-12 against Denver. 1-4 covering in their last 5. Denver, though, just 1-6 covering at home. 0-5 covering at home against Minnesota. Kind of a toss-up game here. Close spread. Two good teams. You know, Minnesota coming off 2 games where they've gotten killed. So it's hard to really gauge that. Their last 3 losses have been pretty bad. And, yeah. I'm going to take Denver money line and spread at home in this one. And then the last matchup, we have the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers opening up as 1.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 234. The last 10 head-to-head, Lakers 7-3, 5-4-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see LeBron's questionable. Davis is questionable, but I did see it looks like Anthony Davis is looking to make his return, which that'll be a big addition. Pelicans already beat the Lakers by 8 just 2 games ago on a 2-game winning streak. Lakers on a 4-game losing streak right now. They're 2-8 in their last 10. There's basically zero trust in this Lakers team, even if AD does play. AD's been horrible when he has played, let's be real. I don't think it's even that big of an addition, to be honest. Coming off the injury, I'm sure he's not going to play a full game. The chemistry's already not there. Give me Pelicans plus 1.5. I mean, got Brandon Ingram, McCollum. They're good to go. Give me Pelicans plus 1.5 on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.